Yes, people, it's your boy Fred Stones. I'm back at you with another one. I want to talk about this newspaper article I saw in the Daily Mirror, and it's blatant misrepresentation of black and ethnic minority in comparison to their white counterparts. It's blatant. The way the media, the way they perpetuate like damaging racial stereotypes, they are the reason why these white supremacists are running up into mosques and doing these crazy things and shooting up people on Friday while they're praying and stuff. They're the reason. I'm sorry. They are the reason because they subconsciously program these people with things like this. With things like this. I'm sorry. Like, just the other day, there was a copycat act where people tried to copy the New Zealand guy. White people. Like, tried to run up in mosques with hammers and all that stuff. But I'm not even going to go into that. I just want to talk about this article because I feel like this is a blatant piss take. Sorry to use that, but it's so the brown boy, ISIS maniac, yeah? Maniac being the main word they used in that, yeah? ISIS maniac kills 50 in gay club. And the white boy, angelic boy who grew into a far-right mass killer. Angelic, yeah? The brown boy just grew into a maniac because he's brown. He was born a maniac. The white boy, because he's white, he's great because everything that's white is right. And everything else is just shit. You know? Look at this. Like, and this has been going on for years and years. And they subconsciously, the media, they subconsciously just program people down to the way you dress. That's why me personally, I don't even watch television because I learned from some time back that the media, like, why do you think they do adverts and all these things? And people think they don't work and stuff. Like, when you see adverts on the buses, on the trains, and even on television, wherever, subconsciously it's there programming you, making you think a certain way. That's why you have a certain pattern of thought, because we've all been programmed. I'm not. I live in the system too. We all live in the matrix. But these ignorant supremacists, yeah, the difference between us and them is that they actually really believe this rhetoric that's been sold to them. And some of them are foolish enough to go out there and carry out acts like this. And even when they carry out acts like this, the media still paint them in this way. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it. Like, when Muslim does something, all Muslims are guilty. All Muslims are guilty. Because it seems like all Muslims are paying for the crimes of, like, whatever's going on in Syria or wherever else. And all these people are mad at ISIS, don't even realize ISIS actually kills more Muslims than any Westerners or anyone else. ISIS are actually on their job killing Muslims. I'm not saying that's right, but what's your fight? What's really your fight? Or are you just that evil? Yeah? There's something I would really want to say, but I'm not even gonna go into it. But decode this how you want. But I feel like there's one group of people who has more hatred than everyone else in comparison. Do you know? I'm not saying we don't hold have discrimination and prejudice in our hearts. We all do. But I feel like certain people have more hatred than others. And certain people are willing to show that hatred more than others. The papers, like I said on my last one, the medias are really to blame for these things. And I go on it. I stand 10 toes down on this, 100%. They're giving these people fuel. Do you remember a couple months ago as well, when Raheem Sterling came out and there was the two newspaper articles, these ones up here. A black boy bought a house for his mum and a white boy bought a house for his mum. But the black boy, he splashed out the money for his mum, the way they wrote the article. But the white boy, again, he was made to look angelic, like, oh, such a little darling, bought a house for his mum. This programming has been going on for years. It's not in the media because there's certain stereotypes like consistently being painted in your head, being reinforced. And people, ignorant people, if you don't read enough, I'm sorry, you'll fall for things like that. And that's why things like this happen. Because people like this, they genuinely, like with this Brexit stuff, people are like, oh, people are taking our jobs, they're doing this, they're doing that. But You're on the dole. You're saying people are taking your jobs, but you're on the dole, bruv. Like, there's loads of jobs out there that I know, like, British people don't want to do because it's below them. But let other people do it. When they're doing it, you're saying that they're stealing your shit. They're not stealing your shit. Everyone's got a life to live and they've got families to provide for. And everyone's just trying to provide for their family. Do you know what I'm saying? We need to see past this colour stuff, man. Like, I'm not going to go on too far on this, but what do you think, people? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Fresh Stones, gone.